Okay, this is actually the outside of our house. That's a storm door. So during the rainy season, and believe me, it gets to be monsoons at times. You need it just to protect the doors and protect yourself. I've already had one umbrella go on me. This is the second umbrella I've had to buy. This table used to look like this when I first bought it. It's teak wood, but it it's so hot and so humid in Cambodia that it actually turned to this color right here. I have not done the chairs yet. It was actually white like that, but I just finished the table and I think it turned out pretty good. It looks nice. This is our yard right here. I like flower pots, so I have a lot of flower pots, and we don't have a lot of fruit like they do, but we do have an avocado tree over there, and we have 2 mango trees in the back, and we have some other fruit trees. These are fruit trees. These big trees right here, these are fruit trees. These are fruit trees. And then my friend and I, he has a tuk-tuk. It's a way of transportation in Cambodia, but he helped me build this bridge right here on the property. I'll have to admit he did most of the work, but did a great job. This is leftover wood from when they built the house, believe it or not, every scrap. And then these are the 2 yellow trees we bought when they were about as, a little taller than the bridge. And this is 2 years later. Now the flowers are just finishing up right now, but this is what the flowers look like. They're called yellow mountain roses, is what the translation is in English. And they are gorgeous. I mean, they are beautiful flowers. And when the tree is in full bloom, which it was about 2 weeks ago, it was absolutely gorgeous. This is the rest of our yard right here. I've got a rock path because I don't like the mud, okay? So, and I kind of had fun designing the yard as well. I bought this little bench seat on the side of the road right here for $10, and kind of made like a little sitting area right here by the bridge. And let me get back so I can show you the mountain flowers a little bit. But you can see the tops of them. Those were all in full bloom. They were gorgeous, and they have grown so much, and they provide a lot of shade for the bridge. This I had to build. The property had to be graded down because we have rice and grass fields in our backyard. But I had to build a little thing under the bridge. This is what gave me the idea for the bridge, and I built a gutter so the rain just flows down right into the fields, and I don't have a problem. Yesterday I chopped down this tree right here. I'll tell you, in Cambodia, everything's done by hand. It's a lot of work. So I did a lot of burning, okay, because burning's easier than raking and shoveling, which I also did. And I've got the hands to prove it. Let me get in the shade, and I'll show you a working man's hands. I was a salesman for 39 years, and this is what my hands have turned out to be now. Not that I'm complaining, and here's the other hand right here. I need to buy a pair of gloves. You'd think I'd be smart enough to buy a pair of gloves. Right there, and right there, and then right there. That's a pretty good one right there. That one's been there for about 2 weeks because I keep breaking it open every time I use a shovel or the rake. But I built this thing with rock right here, and it works really well. The rain just flows under the bridge. It's beautiful during the rainy season, and I like the rainy season. It doesn't bother me a bit. But I cut this tree down over here, and it wasn't a lot of work really. It only took me about 5 minutes. These are potato trees, and they grow naturally all over Cambodia. That's a stump that's left, okay? And then I had some lemongrass when I was doing some burning. But I'll tell you what, in Cambodia, I water this right here, it will come back, because I had some lemongrass when I did some burning down here, and it came back better than what it was in the beginning. And a lot of people don't know this, but lemongrass is a natural protectant against mosquitoes. And being next to rice fields, that's kind of important to us. Now, we do get an occasional plane flying over our house. In fact, a lot more than an occasional plane, because the airport is about 20 minutes from our house, and Siem Reap is about 30 minutes from our house. So while I was doing the digging and the burning, I actually discovered a fruit tree that now we're gonna grow, and I forget what kind of fruit Nari told me it was, but it's probably good. Most of the fruit around here is just delicious. So I'll give you a little tour of the yard. This is all my design. I'm gonna take credit for it. I think this is the avocado tree right here, and this might be another avocado tree, and this one is actually producing fruit, and it's small. Now these things, are like a guava inside, is what they taste like. And it's got, now I don't know if these have gone too long or not, but because the color is different. But I mean, this tree is not big. I mean, it's up to my, to my waist right now, and it's already bearing fruit. And then we've got all these palms that we planted around in kind of a semicircle. And then that's our patio that is going through its second umbrella. And then this actually used to be in the shape of a heart. When I designed the yard, I made it in the shape of a heart for Nari. But it's hard keeping up with all the weeds. It's really tough. Everything is done by hand, and if you can find somebody that'll spend 3 days picking grass for you, you can get it done for about 50,000 real, which is about $12.50. But this is a beautiful flower that Nari planted right here. Now this thing's pretty big. It's actually pretty good size, you can tell. It's as tall as me, and I'm 5'11". Now this yellow tree, it died. I had it planted right here. It died from some kind of disease or something. And this is the same exact tree. It came out in the rocks. So something happened. But I'll tell you, things, they grow so well in Cambodia. But this flower is beautiful too. Looks like a trumpet kind of a flower. It's hard to get the lighting in this video, but yeah, you can see it. It's a beautiful flower. So I'm hoping this tree makes it, and it'll be really nice. Now this is a bamboo. I finished it off with rock, another drain going down to the rice fields, because the property just has to drain. It rains so hard that it has to drain. There goes a cat. They're basically wild, but not wild. Another flower pot that I put in, and then over here we have a bunch of potted plants. And then this right here is just like a little circle, but they're beautiful plants. These have a nice color to them. And now I planted 3 of these around, and then 4 of these in the middle. I love these. I don't know what they're called. I forgot. And then have the red flower over here, and then this one I like. These seem to be hard to grow. It's not really growing that fast, but it's doing a lot better now that this tree right here, and this is another fruit tree I believe, has grown up. But now these purple flowers, we have these everywhere. It's like these grow wild. Now see, I did have this gutter. I'll go back to the gutter. I had this gutter all in rock at the end, and it goes all the way down to the rice field. It actually turned out really well. I'm really happy with it, because I put every rock down myself, and then there's the rice field, so it just goes right down. And then I had this idea of these bamboo sticks to kind of give it, like a different texture. I thought it'd be kind of cool. And I had these bamboo sticks. They look like this in the beginning, okay? They're all, I cut every one of them, okay, because they don't come this size. And I had them all, and they all go down in the gutter like this, okay? And it looked real good. And then when I ran out of bamboo, I had all these extra rocks, and I decided to finish off with the rocks. I might go ahead and do the big rocks, because these bamboo sticks are slowly falling out, okay? And what I do with them is I take them over here, because there is nothing wasted in Cambodia, let me tell you. And this is like this is a tree that died that I had to cut down, okay? And I put all the bamboo sticks that have come out, and you can see there's quite a few, because you saw the kitchen over at Nari's mom and dad's house. It's an outside kitchen over a fire, and that's how they cook every day. But I think our yard turned out pretty well. And I'll get back to the purple flowers real quick. These purple flowers, you see how many there are. There are so many of these, and they're beautiful. And they only open in the morning, and then they close back up after about 3 hours. But they are gorgeous. And then she's got these planted all along. Okay. And you can see what we tried to do. But these flowers, these pink and white flowers, now they come in naturally too. We did not plant these. These are just, they're like poppies in California. They just come up, and they're everywhere, But this part over here, I've got a lot of weed work to do, and it's not easy, because you got to do it by hand or with a hoe or something. But we planted these trees. Now these flowers are gorgeous. Nari does not let anybody pick these flowers, because she likes them so much. Now she'll pick them every once in a while, but she don't want anybody else picking them. Okay, and then we planted palms all along the side. Now there's a prayer house. It has to be facing a certain way to the house to be correct. And then we planted some more of these purple ones just to add a little color. But I think it turned out really nice. This is our patio, of course, and she's got all her potted plants on a patio. This one's gorgeous. It's in a big pot. This is called a Dom Louis tree. This is supposed to bring money. But look at, it's almost like a bonsai. It has the trunk, and it looks really nice. And then we had a patio like this, and then it goes over to the table. And then that's about it. I'll talk to y'all on my next video. Please subscribe. This is Scott Dukes.